And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube. It is week 3 of the postseason. It is Masters weekend. We are down to the finals. We have the Contenders bracket finals first, and then we go into the winner of the Contenders bracket against the winner of the Winners bracket. We are ready to introduce our 3 remaining bowlers in both the scratch and handicap division. So let's turn it over to Tournament Director Matt for those introductions.
Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Haja Rose Bowl here in Allentown for our semifinal and final matches of the 2022 PA Pennsylvania PJBT Masters Tournament, sponsored by BowlerX.com and the MAPS Scholarship Program. Time to introduce our 3 remaining bowlers. Our first match will be the 2 remaining bowlers in the Contenders bracket, bowling a 2-game match total pins. The winner will advance to take on our tournament leader in the first of potentially 2 matches to win the title. Starting with the scratch division, our first semifinalist, the number 1 seed from Douglasville, PA, Alex Horton.
Your first semifinalist in the Contenders match. He was the overall number 1 seed, Alex Horton.
In the Contenders final is the number 10 seed in the bracket from Bethlehem, PA, Parker Lobach.
Parker Lobach will be Alex's opponent. He was the number 10 seed.
The winner of that match will take on our remaining winners bracket bowler, the number 8 seed from Jackson, New Jersey, Brandon Bone.
And Brandon Bone is the lone survivor yet not to lose a match. He was the 8th seed.
For this year's Masters. And now, time to introduce our 3 handicap bowlers remaining in the Contenders match. We have our number 4 seed from Harrisburg, PA, Gannon Lindemuth.
Gannon Lindemuth is the first bowler.
In the Contenders match, he will take on our number 8 seed from Stroudsburg, PA, Christian Jones.
Christian Jones will be taking on Gannon.
And the winner of that semifinal match will take on the remaining winners bracket bowler, our number 6 seed from Jameson, PA, Ryan Haberkern.
Ryan Haberkern is
our 3 handicap finalists for this afternoon's Masters final.
The last bowler in the winners bracket. So these are 2-game matches.
Time to begin our Contenders bracket match.
So these are 2-game matches. The winner will move on to the finals. Now in the finals, the person who's left in the winners bracket will have to lose twice, and these are 2-game matches. So we're either going to have 4 or 6 games.
Games. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Oh.
So these are, like I was saying, 2-game matches, total pins. Moves on. Hello, Tafik. As always, our message board is live and operational. This is a fresh pattern since the scratch was down at the lower end of the house. We had to give him a fresh pattern to come up here to the upper end of the house where we're having the finals. So we started yesterday with 95 bowlers, which I believe is a record turnout for our Masters event. Started with 5 games over at Steel City Bowl and Brew. They bowled on the 2019 Bowler X PWBA Clearwater Open pattern. Then we took a couple-hour break for dinner, and we came over here last night, and they bowled on the ABT number 3 pattern. Cut the field to the top 16, and then we did a double elimination bracket like they do in the regular Masters tournaments. Both the men, the women, and the seniors. And today they are bowling on the 2008 European Youth Championships pattern. 39 feet, but not a lot of oil. There was only, I think, less than 21 units of oil, so it's a pretty light oil pattern. Gannon Lindemuth will try to make it 3 for 3 in the postseason. He won our Bracket Survivor tournament, and he won a championship weekend, and here he is in the final 3 again this week. But he's got a tall task in front of him. He'd have to win this match and then 2 more matches. But he will be getting 46 pins a game. So Christian is going to have to beat him by 93 pins scratch over 2 games. Once this match is over, the competitors will flip-flop. Scratch will move to 29 and 30. And handicap will move to 31 and 32. Don't forget, next week the PJBT wraps up its postseason with Best 2.0 at Leisure Lanes in Lancaster. We start off Friday night at 6:30 with, we find out who's got the best bowlers in each state. It's a 15-game Baker trio. In order to form a team, you all must be in from the same state. Doesn't matter what state, and I don't mean state of confusion. You all must reside in the same state. And then we start Saturday morning at bright and early at 8 a.m., bowling 6 games on pattern number 1. Then we take a break. Then we come back, we bowl 6 more games on pattern number 2. They will probably be unannounced patterns. And if you know anything about Best from the past, if you know anything about Best from the past, the first 6 games are on a pretty easy pattern, and the second set of 6 is on an extremely difficult pattern. And when I say extremely difficult, I mean extremely, extremely difficult pattern. A lot of bowlers over the years said that that is the hardest pattern they've ever bowled on. Well, so we'll see. Maybe we'll change it up. Who knows? Who knows? So then, the top however many we announce, depending upon entries, come back Sunday. They bowl 5 games of match play. We cut the field. Another 5 games, and then we go the top 10, make it to the finals. You can find out information on this at our website at www.pjbtbowlingseries.com. All right, let's get it started. Down the map.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time for our final contenders match to determine our second finalist and our third place finisher in this year's Masters. Starting on the scratch side to your right, we have top seed Alex Horton taking on number 10 seed Parker Laubach in a 2-game match, total pins. Okay? On the handicap side, we have number 4 seed Gannon Lindemuth getting 88 pins. Taking on Christian Jones, getting 42 pins. Again, 2-game total pins will determine who advances to the title matches. All right, bowling fans, let's give a nice hand for our semifinalists for this year's Masters.
All right, off we go. Gannon starting us off. Probably not the way you'd want to start off. Let me know when you want in. Horton, that is the way you want to start off. That's a better shot from Gannon. Gets 8 down. Christian Jones up, lane 30, his first frame. Parker Lobach, 132, his first frame. 8 and 9, respectively.
Hey, we'll do it.
Go ask Brandon what he thinks.
To the up. It's a kid. No chance. Well, two. So don't. No 7. 9. So go. Seven gold, and the tea and mash. Hey. Yes. Oh, I need to bet. Good. 2-7, man. Yo, 10, okay? 7, 10.
Okay, add a little score correction first.
That's right.
What do you want to do? Should I just tell
All right, so we're going to have a delay in the action. So we got a delay in the action. It turns out that the mechanic put the wrong pattern out.
So I've never been so happy to restart. Go for a restart.
Okay, so for a couple minutes, Jason's going to tell jokes.
Sure, Jason's now going to ad-lib. And Matt's going to go out on the approach and do the Irish jig.
Nobody wants to see me dance, including my wife.
Right. This is how it is. So Josh, yes. The mom, the Josh, the this. Yeah. The 17. Yeah. Oh. And not the this.
So what happened is, at some point, I believe it was after 35, the machine stopped and shut off because they had to put more oil in it. It ran out of oil. And when it came back on, it came up with their house shot pattern, not the normal pattern. So we're just going to quickly oil, give a little practice. This was, call it we were practicing.
Correct. And it was an honest mistake because the machine ran out of oil
Yes.
at lane 32. So when he refilled it, just forgot to hit the right pattern button. So we'll get it all straight. No biggie.
Just a typical PJBT tournament.
I'm just gonna take them down. Yeah.
So we're going to quickly oil 6 lanes, and then we're going to start practice all over again. So by all means, if anybody wants to chime in, let me know what they're doing on this Sunday. We got some time to kill.
Yeah. So then value is Santo. It's rich. Jeez. Santo.
So let's talk about next week.
Go for it.
Hope everybody comes out next week for Best 2.0, one of our newest and biggest events of the year, the 18th annual, but the first time back in PA in about 16 years. We invite everybody to come out Friday night for the Battle of the States Baker Trio event, warm-up event, and Friday night, if you bowl the Baker Trio, you can also check in for best. The main event starts Saturday at 8 a.m. Check-in's at 7 for the $5,000 first place guaranteed event. We also give out guaranteed top prize of $1,000 for handicap and $1,000 for the high girl. So big event next week. Qualifying all day Saturday, and then the finals on Sunday. If you don't make the finals, we will have a second chance adult junior event with adult side pod event. And I do want to mention, if you sign up for the second chance event and make the finals a best, we will refund you your money for the adult junior. So don't be afraid to sign up in advance, and we'll be taking entries all week.
Absolutely.
So make sure you join us next weekend. Leisure Lanes in Lancaster. We'll have a lot of live streaming of our events, and we hope to see everybody there.
Hi, Don. If you're looking for the results from last night, they're on our Facebook page. Just go to PJBT Youth Information page. They're posted there. As for today, your number 1 seed was Alex Horton. Your number 2 seed was Mason Doan. Number 3 seed was Colby Bennett. Aiden Davis was your 4. Cole Oberst was your 5. Daniel Robertson was your 6. Ty Cara was your 7. Brandon Bone was 8. Darren Zombro, Triple I, was 9. Parker Lobach was 10. Amanda Granada was 11. Joey Ocello, 12. Logan Chappell, 13. Casey Campbell, 14. David Swavely, 15. And Aaron Heckman. Actually, Aaron Heckman was 15, and David Swavely was 16. In the bracket, your first round winners were Horton, Bone, Oberst, Davis, Bennett, Robertson, Lobach, Doan. In the second round, your 4 winners were Bone, Davis, Bennett, Lobach in the first round of eliminations. Your winners were Doan, Swavely, Roberts, Ocello, Oberst, Granada, Horton, and Heckman. Then the second round of eliminations, your winners were Swavely, Robertson, Granada, and Horton. That brought us down to the final 8. Your winners in the final 8 were Bone, Lobach, Bennett, Swavely, Horton, and Davis. Sorry. Bone, Lobach, and then in your winner's bracket final, you had Bone. And in the contenders bracket, you had Swavely defeating Bennett and Horton defeating Davis. Bone defeated Lobach. Horton defeated Swavely, and now we're on to Horton versus Lobach. Winner will take on Bone. And in order for the winner of the match we're seeing about ready to restart to win, they would have to be Bone twice. In the handicap division, your advancers today were Malia Briggs, Nick Milliard, Kyle Hauk, Gannon Lindemuth, CJ Lobach, Ryan Haberkern, Riley Nehey, Christian Jones, Tommy Rawa, Rihanna Gonzalez, Deanna Schlager, Ariel Gilmore, Tafiq Smith, Chance Garland, Charlie Albright, and Clayton Tyndall. In the bracket, your first round winners: Tyndall, Jones, Lobach, Lindemuth, Garland, Haberkern, Nehey, Millard. In the second round, your winners were Jones, Lindemuth, Haberkern, Millard. The first round of eliminations, your winners were Briggs, Gilmore, Schlager, Tyndall. In the second round of eliminations, your winners were Briggs, Gilmore, Schlager, Tyndall. Winners bracket round 3, Jones, Haberkern. Contenders bracket, round 3, Gilmore, Schlager. Then Milliard, Lindemuth. That brought us to the final 4. Haberkern won your winners bracket. Lindemuth won the contenders. So now it's Lindemuth against Jones. Winner to face Haberkern. Giving away over, I believe it's $7,000. In the scratch division, your winner is taking home $1,500, followed by $750, $400, $200. 5th and 6th got $150, 7th and 8th got $125, 9th through 12th got $100, 13 through 16 got $80. The handicap prize fund is $2,940. $1,000 in the winner, $500 to second, $250 for third, $150 for fourth. 5th and 6th each got $100, 7th and 8th each got $90, $85 9th through 12th, and $80 13th through 16th. Once again, our message board is live and operational. Should you wish to chime in, let me know what you're doing today. Looks like we are on our last lane of the re-oil, so we'll be able to start momentarily. Not a problem, Mr. Powers.
Yeah. Shoot, yes. Oh, yeah. This is sweet. Not there. Yeah, not there. The seeds. Yes. One tea.
Alright, let's try practice. How about that?
Yeah. Alright, get this. Get this. Good go. Shoot, it is. Get this. Let's see.
Let me borrow my clipboard.
looks a little more like the right pattern.
Seven. Like this. Yeah. Oh, Maui. But the fire. Good there. Shoot. Seven. Oh, like this. Seven games. Oh, Maui. Close. Please. Shoot, Maui. What? Straight. Yep. Yeah, shoot. This is body. Yeah. Wow. All right, guys, ready? Did this. Yeah. All right, ready? Okay. No. No.
All right, let's try this again.
All right, we're going to try this again. All right, now we got the correct pattern. We have Alex Horton taking on Parker Lobach in a two-game match. And we have Gannon Lindenlow taking on Christian Jones. Darren, let's have a nice hand first.
All right. All right. Oh, moly. Wow, he's got ass. Yeah.
All right, Gannon starting us off. A little better than what he did last time. There were 3 patterns used for the tournament. First 5 games were on the 2019 Bowler X PWBA Clearwater Open.
Wow.
Last night was Amateur Bowlers Tour number 3, and today is 2008 European Youth Championships. By the way, all right, Parker opens up with a double.
But yeah.
Horton comes in high, frame 2. Christian Jones missed his single pin spare, so both him and Gannon started out with opens. Horton made his spare.
Whoa. Okay, no.
Jones leaves a 2 pin.
No. Okay.
Horton up in the 3rd. That's 10 back. He's clean through 3. Jones converts.
That's it.
Gannon now up his 2nd frame. He gets 7, leading the everyday 145.
No,
See that quite often. Parker, front 3.
okay, right. Yeah. Oh my God.
Gannon does not get any of them. Reminder, Christian is giving Gannon 46 pins per game. Gannon now up in the 3rd. That's a good shot. Leaves just a 5 pin.
Wow. Yeah.
That's
go.
front 4 for Parker. We did have a 300 today. Brandon Bone shot 300 in game 1 of the first round
Out.
of the bracket. Horton, that's his 3rd strike in 4 frames. Jones comes in high, 4-7. Once again, the message board is operational. Should you wish to chime in?
I really don't know what they do, but I think you should be more excited.
You better do it. That's just it.
Wait, these are a 6 or a 7? Oh, 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jones converts.
They hurt you.
That's another X up on the board for Horton.
Yes. You better. See, Jones. Hey,
Christian Jones misses right. 1-2-4.
some dough. Right. This. You better. Is some cheese. Is dough.
That's front 5 for
Better.
Parker.
Wow. Ooh.
Jones does not convert.
Another toe. Another toe.
Linden moves up quickly in the 4th.
Oh,
He gets the 10.
Who's this? Some dough. What? Some dough. David, some dough. Hey, David, some dough. Fucking S. Oh.
So 1-3 frame for Gannon. I know he was having some thumb issues. Parker now up in the 6th. That's another X.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Wow. Fucking me.
6 count for Gannon in the 5th.
Wow.
Another strike for Horton. So they're staying neck and neck. Just that second frame little bobble by Horton. Right now the difference. Jones comes in light again. Leaves just a 2-pin.
Yes.
And another X.
7 dough.
So strikes aplenty in the scratch match.
So shy. 7 dough. 7 dough. Who is this? Gee. 19. 7 dough. Bug. 7. seven, go.
Jones comes in light again.
Two, six.
Parker up in the 7.
Out.
And a carbon copy.
Yes, shot. Yes. Wow, damn it. 2, 6. Right there. Wow. Cheers
Gannon
up.
breaks up the split.
No, hit. Wow.
Parker off balance, but still
Oh, wow. That's so
puts an X on the board. Gannon struggling a little bit this game. Still up by a mark.
somebody's a toe. It's 7 toe. It was 7 toe.
Horton. 10 pin.
Oh. Oh, what? Yeah, nice. Knock up to the toe. You have a toe. Yeah, got it. Okay. 2-7.
Horton converts.
Like this. Baby. What? Like this. Okay.
Jones gets the 7 pin.
Okay. Like this. This is simple. Oh. No.
2-8 for Horton.
4. Oh, my toe, 7 toe, 8, 9, 7, 9. What's bad? It's a toe. Damn it. Come here. Yeah.
7 count for Jones. Horton shooting at his 2-8 spare, which he converts with no issues.
Wow. Oh, dude.
Gannon gets 5 on that shot.
Oh, bad.
Let's see Parker now up in the 9th
Oh, I like this.
on the front 8. Ball looked a little in, but it held.
Oh, yeah. Woo. So good. There's a piece. There's 6. There's always fucked up.
The handicap side, Linden was up by 12 with 2 frames to go. Both bowlers struggling this game. Christian, who's short-arming everything.
That's 7-9.
Parker up, first ball in the 10th. Is that going to get up the hill? It does not.
That's 10. They're back at 10. 7-10. Wow.
So Parker is going to be up after game 1. We'll just go for 2 here. He only gets 1. That could cost him 2 pins. He shoots 263. The best Horton could do is 247. So the lead will be at least 16. Christian now up in the 9th. Better shot, looked like a ball change. Came in light, leaves just a 2-pin, makeable. Simple adjustment. Horton with a strike at the 10th. That puts him in the 230s. Jones converts. And Jones goes Jersey. Horton gets 9, so he'll either shoot 237 or 236. So 26 pins will probably be the advantage for Parker going into game 2. Joining me in the booth, Tournament Director Matt.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying the action from the 2022 Masters Finals. One of our highest turnout events. Had a couple people ask me this week, back when we started this event, we actually split the divisions into 2 centers and kind of ran half tournaments at each center until the finals on Sunday. We consolidated it back to 1 based on entries, but this year we packed the places. So, yeah. So,
Yeah, I remember back in the day we used to wave at each other as we would switch centers.
correct, pretty much.
Yes.
And then we met up on Sunday. So, so first match, game 1, Parker has a 26-pin lead as they go into the second game. Gannon up here in the 10th. He has a chance to take the lead in the match after game 1. He needs a mark in the 10th.
Alright, 10.
3 count. See if he can pick up the spare.
25.
Parker starts off with a strike.
And again, this match is guaranteed 2 games. And we will have a 3rd place finisher. And then the winner of these matches will advance to the title match. And then our tournament leader only has to win once. Gannon finishes with 165, and that'll give Christian Jones an 8-pin lead as they head into the second game. So Christian will go ahead and start the second game. So if you're not tuned in, tell your friends out there to tune in and watch. Very exciting bowling. Bowlers bowling for a lot of money today. Our prize list ended up being over $7,000.
That was Christian's best shot of the match. So again, just a simple adjustment to make the spare.
Yeah, that match can go in any direction yet. Scratch one can too. I mean, it's not a runaway for
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
These two game matches have been very exciting today.
Opening double by Horton.
Alex is our 2019 defending champion of this event. He won the event the last time we were here for the finals at Rose Bowl in 2019. Last year, the finals were at Steel City Bowl and Brews. And of course, 2020, we did not have the event due to COVID. So this is our first time back here for the finals since 2019. 7 count for Gannon.
Parker trips out to 7-10.
Once again, we have waiting in the wings, tournament leader Brandon Bone on the scratch side. Brandon was the remaining bowler on the winner's side of the bracket. And in the handicap division, it was Ryan Haberkern waiting in the wings for the title match.
Opening 3-bagger for Parker. That's a good shot by Gannon.
After the 3 count, he gets 5, so he'll have 21 in the second. Christian Jones now up. Oh, comes in a little bit high, double P-knuckle, 4, 6, 7, 10. So he'll look to get 2 here.
Horton comes in a little light. He's the 4-pin. Jones gets the 2.
Yep, so that puts him down 26 at the moment. Make that 36. Sorry, can't do my math.
Do you want to try a third time?
How about 35?
There you go. It's been a long weekend.
Ben had a long weekend of numbers. Comes up high, leaving the 6-10. Key for him is going to be to put marks on the board.
Yep.
Keep the board clean. I mean, he is bowling Gannon, who has been super hot, winning the bracket roll-off Survivor tournament, week 1 of the playoffs events, winning the Invitational Championship in the handicap division last week. So he is looking to go 3 for 3 in 3 weekends.
Horton with what looked like, to me, his best shot out of all the good shots. He shook his head, though. I don't know if he was shaking his head about what he did in the third, coming up a little light. Getting up quickly in his third frame.
Pretty good shot, 7 count.
Gannon gets 2. Parker comes in high. 3, 6, 7, 10. It's makeable. It'd be nice to make it, but you definitely want to make sure you get the 3 here, because pin count is important. Gannon up in the fourth. He gets the same spare, just in the opposite side.
Yes.
1-3-9.
7 count once again.
Parker only gets 2. So far, he's given back 4 pins. That may come back and haunt him. Might have a little problem on 29. Seems to be a pin caught in the sweep. See if it fell off when the sweep pushed back.
Yeah.
It did. All right.
You better with this.
Parker back on the strike chain. That's 4 out of 5 this game.
Wow.
10 pin. Christian.
A bit loud,
Good follow-up strike for Parker Laubach there after the open.
Yeah. Oh,
Jones does not convert his 10 pin. Orton saws out the 5-7. Lindenmuth on the handicap side up by 25. 6 frames to go. That's anybody's match. Christian, that's going to hit pocket. That was a beautiful shot.
Yep, that was right in the area where you want to be in the lane with this 39-foot pattern. So that was a great shot.
Seven pin for Horton. Gannon hits the head pin, gets 9.
See a lot of urethane on the scratch
Yes.
side.
Yes, that was definitely the play. I mean, there's less than 21 units of oil on the lanes. We chose a very light volume pattern for today. So that was the correct play.
Gannon picks up his spare, second spare of the match for him in the second game. Yeah, I mean, we could talk a little bit about, so always every year with the Masters tournament, we go with a long and a short pattern at each center for the qualifying. Then we usually go with a medium pattern for Sunday. We started yesterday at Steel City Bowl and Brews and bowled on the 2019 BowlerX.com PWBA Tour Stop pattern, which was a short pattern used by the PWBA, 37 feet. And then when we came over here yesterday evening for the second round of qualifying, we used a long pattern, which was the Amateur Bowlers Tour number 3, and that was a 44-foot pattern. So, interestingly enough, the scores were fair. Not any. There were some good scores. We had some honor scores bowled, but ultimately very, very fair. I mean, it took minus 30 in scratch to make the cut after 10 games, and minus 100 in handicap. So
Yes, Christian Jones, big, important double. In the meantime, Parker Laubach doubled as well.
double.
yeah, big shot here for Christian if he can get 3 in a row.
That's going left. He gets 8. Not
Yeah.
bad.
Yep, got that a little bit inside a target. With this pattern, it's going to grab and go left. Just hit a little bit of too much on the head pin there for the 6-9 leave.
10 fin for Parker. Didn't quite have the right release on that shot. If Christian can make this spare, he'll be down by less than 10. And he converts.
Yeah, we certainly have a match on both sides here.
Yes.
2, 7 dough.
Parker looking to pick up his spare here. Quite a match.
Five, 6 split for Gannon.
Interesting leave.
Yes.
See if he can fit that in between. Parker picks up his spare.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got roughly a 19-pin lead. Gannon gets the 1. So that match is now even.
All right. So, 7.
Yes. Yes, the handicap match is basically even at this point because the scoreboard shows Gannon up by 10, but he's on an open, Christian on a spare. So, pretty even match going into the 8th.
Gannon gets 7. Horton now up. That was a nice shot. So, again, he's down by 19, but could cut the lead to 9 with a double here in the 8th. Gannon, that looks like he's going to make it, and he does.
Yep, third spare of the match for Gannon. That's a big one.
No match.
So as long as Christian marks here, he will effectively take the lead, unless if he marks with a gutter.
No kiss of death there, right?
Yeah, no, none at all. None at all. Horton, great shot. Cuts the lead to 9.
Yeah, I think he really liked that one. He knew that one could be perfect. And
Jones.
speaking of perfect, there's
Yes.
a good shot for Christian.
Got the
His-
10 out.
His third strike of the match in 4 frames. So Christian now has the lead.
Yep, and they're up to the foundation frame 9th. Could put a lot of pressure on Gannon if he could double here. That's going to hit the pocket. Oh, wraps the 6 around the 10. Came in slightly behind the head pin. Drives the 3 a little straighter back. Clips the 6. Not quite in the right angle, and the 6 flies right around the 10.
Still a very good shot, though, especially on this pattern.
Parker comes in high. Jones converts. And we got to fit in the gutter.
I'll get it. All right.
Gannon does not do what you want to do on a spare. Parker gets a 1 on 7 count. That changes the complexion of this match totally. Not over though. Gannon gets his spare.
No.
So he's down by 20 going into the 10th. Gannon, hold on, don't bowl yet. Parker now up in the 9th. All right, sets himself up. He could still shoot 479. So this match is not over. And Horton could shoot 495, so Horton's still got to throw a couple more strikes here to shut him out. So now Gannon basically is going to need to make this spare if he wants any chance to win.
Correct.
I mean, now the best he could shoot is 366. Jones is already at 365. Horton comes in high. Now he cannot shut out Parker.
So Lindemuth finishes with 349, and he will be our third place finisher on the handicap side. Christian Jones will advance to the title match.
Horton converts. He has a 4-pin lead,
Yes.
but he cannot shut out Parker. Parker is on a strike.
Yeah.
Ryan, move out of the way, please. Thank you. Horton trips the 4.
Very cool.
Don't know that he liked that shot
No.
necessarily. I think he was concerned about it. But that'll be the end of our handicap match. Jones defeats Lindenmuth 392 to 349, advancing Christian to the title match against Ryan Haberkern in handicap. Now we'll turn our attention to the scratch match. Alex can finish with 473, I believe it is.
Yes.
Based on how it adds up. And I believe Parker can get to 479.
Yes.
So we have quite a match here.
Big shot here for Horton. And he nails it.
Big shot there. That will put him in the 470s.
Finish. As 210.
Yep. So as long as he gets 7 here, actually even 6, he'd force Parker to double in the 10s.
Yes. Oh,
Which, let me point out, is what Parker needed to do to be the number 1 seed in the match before we went on the air. He needed a double to be the top seed, and he was not able to strike. So let's see if this time, with his life on the line, if he can get a double, because Alex posts 473 on the scoreboard. So we'll see what he can do.
By the way, they both go to the same college, Indiana Tech.
Yes, they do. Good point.
Yes.
So teammates bowling each other here in this match.
I've begun calling that PJBT West, by the way. So some bragging rights on the line.
Yes.
All right, first shot is away. And he gets it.
Gets it.
oh yeah.
They climbed up the hill.
Yep, he's going to need this second one. Second one is going to be the key. Once he gets the second one, then he just needs to keep the ball in the lane. But he needs the second one to advance.
Oh, he's up. This is.
All right,
How's it
shots
look?
away. And he trips the 4 forward.
Wow, that was a big shot.
Yes, now he needs 5.
Yes, now he needs to keep the ball in the lane. The old Del Ballard, throw it down the middle. Don't even risk it.
Yeah, especially the line that these kids are playing. They're playing 5 or a little to the right of 5.
Yeah, you could easily dump something to the right. You want to make sure it's to keep the ball in the middle of the lane.
Hook it is.
That's
8
enough.
count will work.
Yeah.
477 to 473. Great match there. As Parker Laubach will advance to retake on Brandon Bone.
Yep. So for Parker to win the title and for Christian to win the title, they will have to win 2 matches.
Of 2 games.
Yes. Brandon and Ryan will only need to win once in 2-game matches.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our contenders bracket for this year's Masters Tournament. Officially finishing in 3rd place in the scratch division, receiving a $400 scholarship certificate goes to Alex Horton.
Alex Horton, 3rd place, $400 into his scholarship fund.
And officially our 3rd place finisher in the handicap division, receiving a $250 scholarship certificate goes to Gannon Lindemuth.
Gannon Lindemuth, $250 more into his scholarship fund.
All right, on to our title matches. The top seed needs to win a 1 match of 2 games. The lower seed will need to win 2 matches of 2 games to take home the title.
Three balls on each.
All right, so they'll take some practice shots.
I think it's
So as mentioned earlier, Parker and Brandon had a really good winner's bracket final match. It came right down to the 10th frame. Parker needed a double. He couldn't quite do it. Turning point of that match was he missed a single pin spare in either the 8th or 9th frame. That pretty much cost him the chance of being the top seed. And that's quite important. You know, normally it doesn't matter. As long as you make it to the finals, you win, you win. But not in the Masters. You gotta win, lose twice to be eliminated. And Brandon hasn't lost yet, so Parker would have to beat him twice in 2-game matches. So we could still have 4 games left to bowl here.
Sorry. This week was big week. Next week is big. Yep, absolutely. Have a good one.
See ya. So in the handicap match, Ryan will be getting 9 pins a game from Christian.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Well, no, it was right by that.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our title matches. Potentially 1 or 2 title matches. On the scratch side, we have winners bracket, remaining bowler, Brandon Bone, taking on the contenders bracket winner, Parker Lawbach. We will bowl a 2-game match. If Brandon wins, he wins the tournament. If Parker wins, they will advance back to the other pair for a second 2-game match. On the handicap side, we have the remaining winners bracket bowler, Ryan Haberker, taking on the contenders bracket winner, Christian Jones. Handicap difference is 9 pins. I have the handicaps in. And if Ryan wins the 2-game match, he wins the tournament. If Christian wins the first 2-game match, they will flip-flop pairs and roll a second match to determine the champion. All right, bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our title matches.
See you Wednesday. Bye, guys.
See ya. All right, off we go into the finals. Once again, 2-game matches. looks like Ryan will be getting us started. Good shot. Leaves just a 2-pin.
Put your shoe on.
Brandon starts us off with a strike. Ryan converts his spare. Matt's back in the booth.
Yes, back for the title matches. Pretty interesting in handicap. The handicap about the same. So just a 9-pin difference between the two bowlers.
So we got 2 bones going for titles today.
Do we?
Yes. I mean, his dad qualified second in the Masters.
Yeah, I did not hear the results. They were watching it. I am not sure if he won or not.
Well, we're going to have
I'm
to
sure
find
our
out.
bowling fans out there will be able to tell us. 10-pin for Parker as he starts the title match. Christian gets 2, so starts with 8 in the first. Don't forget, our message board is up and operational. Let's see which one of our fans can tell us the results of the Senior Masters tournament first. Parker picks up his spare. Christian gets a 9 count, leaving the 2-pin. And Darren Zombro just messaged in that Parker finished 3rd today.
Parker finished 3rd.
So I'm assuming he lost his semifinal match in the stepladder. He lost his match to Dino Castillo. Thank you, Darren. Great week for Parker. Many people don't know he left our event last Sunday night, flew out Monday morning to Vegas for the Senior Masters and finished 3rd this week. So pretty good showing considering they had a couple of 100 entries.
Yes.
Aberkern with a strike, starts spare strike. Parker came up a little bit light and the ball didn't finish. He left a 2-8-10. So he'll look to get 2 here.
Dino
Certainly-
went on to win the tournament, by the way.
I believe Dino was the 5 seed, if I remember right. So he must have walked the ladder. So congratulations to him.
20K richer.
Okay, so Ryan starts the match in the lead. Spare strike. Comes up a little bit light. That ball slid right through the 1-3 pocket, leaving the 2-4-8. Brandon Bone starts with a double. So let's talk a little bit about Parker and Brandon had faced off in the final winners bracket match before we came on the air. And it was a very close contested match. Parker actually missed a spare in the 9th frame of the second game, which I don't know would have been enough to win, but he lost by 12, I believe it was. So it was really close.
Yeah, he lost by 11, and
Or 11, I'm sorry.
everything else, so Bone rolls a 3. If he made that spare, with everything else considering, he would have had to spare in the 10th and get a good count on his fill shot, is what would have had to happen.
Well, as we said at the end of the last match for Parker, in the match against Brandon, he needed to double in the 10th to win. He was not able to strike on the first ball, which essentially made him the number 2 seed heading into the finals. So we'll see if his matchup with Brandon, see if he can get redemption. Pretty good shot there.
Almost left the 8 pin. Over on the handicap side, Christian Jones up in the 4th. Comes in light. 1, 2, 4, 8.
Similar to what he left in the 3rd frame with a spare on the right lane. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is a 2-game match. The top seed has to lose, the first person to lose twice is the one who loses the tournament. So the tournament leaders have to only win 1 match. Christian got the ball in the middle of the lane and it took off. He got 2. So 49 in the 4th, 91 with his handicap.
It's a double for Parker.
Yep, very good shot there. I want to thank Steel City Bowl and Brews and Haja Rose Bowl for hosting our Masters event again this year. Great job handling our, if it's not a record, close to record, 95 entries this year for the Masters. And I have a feeling next week is going to be very similar.
I hope. Let's
as
hope.
we head to Leisure Lanes in Lancaster to bring back the tradition of the best tournament to Pennsylvania, Best
Yes.
2.0.
Yes.
So if you aren't signed up already, make sure you do come out and join us because it's going to be a great weekend.
Yes.
Bowling for $5,000.
I was just going to say that for those of you who are on the fence, I was going to say, how much is first prize in the scratch division next?
$5,000, and that is guaranteed.
Wait, how many cars do you have to wash to make that money to guarantee?
Yeah, that amount of money will certainly pay for something at college,
Yes.
even in today's world. Brandon now with 5 in a row as he saws off the rack on 29.
Brandon, by the way, was the only left-hander to make the top 16 in scratch.
Aaron would like to know if Brandon's averaging 240 today.
Well, his first 2 matches, he shot 520 something and then 500.
Yeah, and
So
let's
he-
point out he did bowl a perfect 300 game during the first game of the first round of qualifying today of the finals. Haverkern misses right, 1-2-4. He and Alex Horton, who you saw in the last match, bowled the 2 honor scores of the weekend. Alex had a 300 game in the last game of qualifying last night to push himself into the number 1 seed for today. Ryan picks up his spare. Pretty even match still on the handicap side. Again, remember, this is a 2-game match, total pins. And anything can happen. We have seen bowlers be down close to 100 pins after 1 game and make a comeback, so you never know what could happen. Parker covers his spare. Christian only gets 1 as he lets the ball kind of grab. Again, these patterns, you get the ball in the middle of the lane and it's going to hook.
Absolutely, with this pattern.
So 58 in the 5th, 100 with his handicap. So he currently trails by about 14.
That was
Parker
a great
put-
shot by Parker.
Yep, that was a great shot. Christian goes light, 1-2-10, 1-2-8-10 rather. So this is convertible spare. Just needs to get the ball to the left of the head pin. Ball will take out the 2 and the 8, and hopefully the head pin takes out the 10. Make it 6 in a row for Brandon Bone. Brandon, that ball actually looked like it got out even further to the left. I want to say that probably hit board 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
Brandon came into today the number 8 seed. And there goes the 7. Wow. Powerful shot there.
Yep.
7 in a row. Don't forget, Brandon also was the junior gold champion.
Yeah.
So Ryan bowled on the wrong lane, so he'll take it over on the correct lane. Take it over on the correct lane. Take it over on the correct lane.
Ten pin for Parker.
See, I thought that shot was pretty good. It looked like he got it about a board right of his target, but I thought it was going to come back harder. Instead, the right lane said, no thank you.
Parker converts.
Aberkern not able to pick up his spare, but he has a 21-pin lead through 6 frames.
Oh. Solid 8.
It's not the first one we've seen this weekend.
No, definitely not.
It's a tough one. Great shot.
In
Get
their
her.
match earlier, Brandon actually stoned a 9-pin on a beautiful shot. That's a good shot by Ryan.
Strike for Christian Jones. Gets his first strike of the match to keep up with Ryan. Now Brandon Bone stepping up. 8th frame on the front 7. Great shot. Perfect. 10 back. Again, this is a 2-game match, so don't forget, even if one bowler beats another bowler by a higher score, there is a 2 games involved in the match. It's 2 games, total pins. So,
Yeah.
Brandon looking now for the front 9. And we just hit over 100 viewers out there, so thank you, everyone.
Oh, and the
Great
string
shot.
ends.
Great shot.
Good run.
And a good run for him.
Yep.
7 pin. Christian Jones leaves a 6 pin, makes his spare.
Brandon converts. Ryan comes in light, leaves the 1-2. A pin fell late, makes the spare easier. And he converts.
So he maintains a 21-pin lead as they head into the foundation 9th frame of game 1 on the handicap side.
Parker carries high. He could still strike out for 214.
See, that ball to me was the exact same shot as the 10-pin, except that ball started to read a little early, and he got the trip on the 4.
Yeah.
I saw what happened. I was just waiting for him to throw a ball before I went down.
Okay. 6, 9, 10 for Ryan on the handicap side. Again, we're watching the game 1 of the 2-game total pins match for the finals of the Masters tournament. Scratch division winner will take home a $1,500 scholarship. Our handicap winner will take home a $1,000 scholarship.
And Ryan chops the spare.
Gives him 176 with his handicap in the 9th. Chance for Christian to capitalize. Parker gets the first strike in the 10th. His goal here is to minimize the damage. Do everything he can going into the second game.
Great shot.
Yep. That one actually went right sooner, and it read earlier and rolled out. So I think that was an interesting play there. That ball probably was at 3 at about 30 feet, and then kind of turned, stopped, and rolled. And I think that's what he was looking for.
Christian misses his 5-9. So the best he could do if he strikes out is 185. Ryan at a 196 pace. The best he could do is 206.
Yeah, he still trails by 21. Good finish for Parker. 213, solid game.
All right. And with Christian not striking, Ryan will have the lead going into game 2. So both of the winners bracket winners will have the lead. So don't forget, if both of them win, tournament is over.
That is correct. Christian thought he had the spare, but he chopped it. So he'll finish with 164 for game 1. He already trails by 12, plus whatever Ryan does here in the 10th. Meanwhile, Brandon Bone strikes. And with one more strike, and there it is, Brandon will be in the 270s and will have a 50-some pin lead going into the second match. Ryan comes up high, 4 pin.
All right, 279, 213 for Brandon Bone. 66 pins is the lead.
66 is the lead, yes.
Ryan will make his spare, so he will have about a 30-pin lead as long as he gets a decent amount of wood here.
As we head into the second game, once again, total pins for 2 games. Both of our winners bracket bowlers have the lead. So if they hold on to win the 2-game series, the tournament is over. If the underdog makes a comeback and wins the 2-game match, then we go to a second 2-game match. Parker starts game 2 with the strike. Parker's got to figure he's got to shoot a big one here.
Yes.
Ryan Haverkern, 6 count to finish out game 1. So he will have a 28-pin lead going into the second match, or the second game rather. 28 pins.
Yeah. Plus he gets another 9.
Brandon starts with a strike also. Christian will start game 2 on the left lane. And he comes in high, but kicks out the 4, so leaves the 9-pin. Oh. Ryan, wait till he bowls.
Brandon up, frame 2. Comes in light, leaves the 3-9.
Yeah, I don't think he liked that one off his hand.
Nope.
He can always seem to tell when it's perfect off his hand. Jones starts with a spare. Ryan misses his target right, leaves the 1-2. Easy spare. Brandon picks up his spare. I mean, in reality, Brandon's got to fill frames.
Yes.
You know, he's just got to fill frames, keep the board clean. Parker, all the pressure really on Parker to bowl the big game. Haverkern makes his spare.
Parker up in the second.
Oh, and the messenger. So that one off his hand did look a little flatter. I thought a 10-pin, but the head pin went to the sideboard and came right back over for the messenger, giving him the double. Ryan Haverkern started with a spare. He's up in the second.
That's crossing over and puts an X on the board. Better to be lucky than to be good sometimes.
Yep. First strike of game 2 for him.
Christian up in the second. He crosses over, much the same. And Parker, in the meantime, puts up a 3-bagger. He says, I'm not going away yet.
Nope.
And you know what? If he keeps striking, all he needs is Brandon to miss 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times, and...
As I said earlier, even though the lead is 60-something, anything could happen.
Absolutely.
Great shot there for Brandon.
There you go.
Christian misses to the right. 1, 2, 4, 8. Christian converts.
Yep, big spare there.
Another X for Brandon.
Brandon doing what he has to do. Fill frames. Doesn't even have to be strikes, but fill in frames.
Ryan leaves the bucket on a strike. See, now that one, he played a little more left to right
Yep,
than he did the last time he was up there.
yep, and that ball just skid just enough
Yep.
that it left the 10 pin. But it was a good shot.
It was a very good shot. Ryan, in the meantime, made his spare, so him and Christian both tied at 40 this game, but Ryan's got the 9-pin advantage in handicap plus. He's up 28 pins from game 1, so that gives his lead at 37.
Parker picks up his spare.
Okay. Ryan leaves a 1-2. You know what? If you're going to miss the head pin, I'll take leaving a 1-2 any day.
Yeah, certainly makeable spare. I think he hit his mark. He just left the ball right. Great shot there for Parker, coming off the spare. So Parker's still doing what he needs to do. I mean, he's hanging in there. 60 is a tough number to come back on. However, you just got to keep plugging.
Yeah.
You never know, especially on these tougher patterns. Let's see what Brandon does here. Big shot in the 5th. Kicks out the 6-pin. Christian crosses over and gets a strike. He's at 60 in the 3rd in this game. Brandon came in high, 4-pin. Fortunate not to leave the 4-6. And Christian kicks out the 4-pin. High flush strike.
Yep.
That's a double for Christian. Brandon picks up the spare.
Ryan now up in the 5th. He's coming in light again. This time he leaves the 1-2-8. A little bit harder. Just can't kind of hit the 1-2. You got to have the right angle on this one to take out the 8. Parker now up in the 6th. Pin. Ryan does not make his spare, so that's his first open of the game. And that pulls Christian to within a mark.
With that 10 pin, Parker Lobach can shoot with the spare.
Yes.
He can shoot 259, which essentially now puts Brandon Bone at 200, almost at 200. So,
Yes. Parker is quickly running out of frames now.
yes, correct.
On two, caused by two really good hits. Just didn't get the 10 out.
Yep.
That was a good shot by Ryan.
Yep. Great shot by Ryan. Second strike of this game for him. But Christian can strike here and almost even up the match.
Yes. That's a good shot.
And
And he
kicks
trips
out
the
the
8
8. Meanwhile, Parker does the same. 7-10 momentarily, Messenger out. So Christian Jones making a run here. Once again, this is game 2 of a total pins 2-game match. Christian crosses over, leaving the 5-9. Be interesting to see if he makes an adjustment here. The last 2 times he's tried to make this spare, I think he's missed it because he got the ball inside and it hooked.
Yes.
So,
Brandon with a strike.
yep.
So their game is even. But he's up still by 66.
And he makes the
Christian
adjustment.
converts.
Good spare there for Christian.
So Ryan's still up by 2. Could go up by 12 with a strike. Mm, 10 pin for Brandon. So he just basically needs to stay clean.
Correct.
And it really doesn't matter what Parker does. Ryan, bucket. He's having trouble on 32 getting that ball to react.
Brandon picks up his spare.
He converts.
Yep, converts a tough spare
So
there.
he's up by 2 with 3 frames to go. The good news for Ryan is he finishes on what is probably, he would say, his better lane right now.
Parker with a great shot. Posted double.
So he needs to X out pretty much to have any chance. He's going to hope that Brandon could do what he hasn't done yet, and that's throw some opens.
Yep, he's got to take care of his business, and then he's got to hope.
Ryan?
Good shot.
You can see that the ball wants to respond for him on 31. It doesn't want to on 32. So he maintains his 2-pin lead. Parker, 4-pin. And that will end it. Brandon Bone will be your champion. Christian tries to cross over, leaves a 6-pin. Which he converts. Christian up now in the foundation frame, 9th. 2-4. So with a spare, if he does strike out, he will shoot 421. Which he does not make his spare. So now he could shoot 419. So if Ryan could throw 2 marks here, he will win. But first, he's got to see what he's going to do on this, his trickier lane. I think he would be happy if he were to leave a 1-2 right now with it. That's a better shot. Perhaps a 10 pin.
Good shot. Good adjustment even. Good adjustment even there.
So if he could make it, goes a long way into giving him the championship. If he misses it, he'll be up by 5. And he converts.
So
6. So if he goes 9 out, he shoots 414. So a mark and a little bit of count will win it. A strike wins it, basically. Strike and decent count on 2 balls.
So let's point out, while they're bowling this in handicap, and on a scratch side, we only had 1 lefty in the field today out of 16, and he is going to win this year's Masters tournament.
Not the shot Ryan was looking for. He lost it a bit right. So now he's going to need to make this and get 7 to shut out Christian. Spare and 7. Is that going to hold on? Yes, it is.
It's spare for him.
So he still needs 7. So it's not over yet.
.238 at 5:17 for Brandon Bone, taking a victory lap
Yes.
in the title match. 5:17 to take down Parker Laubach for the title. Now, Ryan Haberkern, lane 31 for handicap.
Is that going to climb up?
He gets
Only
a
gets
5
5.
count. So that's very interesting.
So now Christian could strike out and win by a pin.
Christian would have to strike out to win by a pin. 2 strikes and 9, we have a tie.
Christian
First
up
shot.
quickly. He
And
yanked
it's-
it, and it's over. Ryan Haberkern is your Masters champion. So, no need to go into the second match. Both of our winners bracket winners win. Lots of W's in there. Lots of winning in there. He wins 418 to 398.
418.
And Brandon Bowe with a 517 441 victory. Some great bowling. Tournament is now officially over. We will give out some awards and we'll bring them back. I will interview our winners.
And then we'll close out the show with quickly talking again about next week.
Yes.
Okay, bowling fans, that concludes our 2022 Pennsylvania PJBT Masters Tournament. Our runner-up finisher in the scratch division, receiving a $750 scholarship, goes to Parker Lawbach.
Parker, second place finish.
And our runner-up finisher in the handicap division, receiving a $500 scholarship, goes to Christian Jones.
Christian Jones, second place. And our champions.
And this year's scratch division champion, receiving a $1,500 scholarship, and the first place glass bowling pin, the Masters title, goes to Brandon Bone.
Brandon Bone, your champion in the scratch division.
And our winner in the handicap division, receiving a $1,000 scholarship, and the certificate and the glass bowling pin for the Masters title goes to Ryan Haberkern.
Ryan Haberkern, your champion in the handicap division.
All right, we'll get a picture with our winners, and then we'll send them back for final interviews. Stay tuned. Don't forget, join us next weekend from Lancaster, PA, as we will hold the 18th annual Best Tournament, Best 2.0, Friday night warm-up event, the main event Saturday and Sunday, and our second chance adult junior on Sunday afternoon. Thank you, everybody.
All right, let me move the camera and we'll get some interviews.
The hell is that?
Somebody else asked. Oh, he wanted to go in the money one. He wanted to go in the money one.
Don't forget when they're done to give them their box. No, posters. You're gonna shift the chair over mine. A little more. A little more. All right, here we go. So we're here with our handicap champion today, Mr. I'll let you say your last name right so I get it right. Is it Haberkern?
Yeah.
All right, hey, I said it right. Mr. Ryan Haberkern, congratulations.
Thank you.
So we'll look at the camera over there. We'll ignore Mom over here taking video and picture right now. So, is this your first PJBT title?
No.
No?
Wait, yes. Yeah.
Yes? Had to think about that one for a second. Well, that's a good one to win. Nothing like starting your first title with a $1,000 scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you from?
From Jamison.
Where's that at?
Up by Doylestown.
By Doylestown. All right. All right. How old are you?
12.
12? Cool. So, quite a prestigious tournament to win. How'd you go about winning it? So let's walk through the three patterns. So we started yesterday on a 37-foot pattern. How'd you fare on it?
Not very good. I barely got over my average.
Well, you know what? That's not bad on that pattern.
Yeah.
What is your average?
171, but we had to use a 143 average.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then we came over here last night and you bowled on long. How'd you do there?
I did
I bowled over my average every game.
Every game?
I bowled pretty good, well. Got 200.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then today, you obviously didn't lose a match. You won the winner's bracket, and then you sailed on through the finals.
Yeah.
Cool. So how long have you been bowling for?
4.5, around 5 years.
All right. And who's your coach?
Bill O'Neill's father.
Bill O'Neill's father. I don't know if I've ever heard of Bill O'Neill before. I don't know. Were you at championship weekend last weekend?
Yeah.
You had to think about that. You had to think about that one again too. Huh? Let's see here. Did I watch Bill O'Neill last weekend up in Limerick? Yeah, he was there. He was there. So who do you want to thank?
My mom, my parents.
Oh, mom over
and
there,
Dad,
huh? Yeah.
Bill O'Neill, my grandparents, and everyone that made it possible for me to be good at bowling.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So we have a little tradition here on the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour. When you win, you get to choose where dinner's at.
Oh.
And if you choose a really good place, I go with. Because you're buying, of course. So, where's dinner at?
Let's go with Copperhead.
Copperhead. We're there. Matt, we're going to Copperheads. We're there. We are there.
Yeah.
I like your thinking. I like that. You mind if I tag along? I mean, you're buying, right?
Oh, yeah.
I can eat a lot. I mean, look at me. I can eat a lot. So we're going to start seeing you bowl some more of our tournaments?
Yeah.
Are you going to be at Best next weekend?
Yes.
Yeah? You think you got what it takes to qualify in the scratch division next weekend?
I don't know.
Because everybody's in the scratch division. And then those who qualified in the handicap are also at the same time in the handicap division. So the handicap is just a one-day event. But if you're in the top 64 in scratch, you come back the next day. Think you got what it takes?
Yeah.
Good. That's the right attitude to have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the first place. Beautiful glass pin and the $1,000 scholarship in this year's Master Tournament, Mr. Ryan Haberkern. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we will, Matt, they're buying our steak dinner, they said. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll let you climb on out of here.
Thank you.
And then we'll bring Brandon in.
Come on. Get back.
All right. We're now here with our scratch division title in this year's Masters Tour, Mr. Brandon Bone. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sure you knew you were the only lefty in the field
I did.
that made it to the final stage. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that made it easier for you or more difficult?
Easier, definitely easier.
Okay. But you matched up with this pattern really well.
I did. I matched up from game one. I started out of the gate with 300, and I never looked back.
Yeah. It almost makes me think that you may have bowled in 2008 in the European Championships.
I wish I would.
Yeah.
Especially after today, like
Yes.
2022 European
Yes.
Championships.
Yes.
So
Yes. So what was the key to winning today?
the keys to winning today, staying patient, not getting ahead of yourself. I almost got ahead of myself against Parker in match 4, and routed off a double in the 10th. And
Yes.
fortunately for me, he got up in 2-8, and I won by 11. So that was probably the match that I needed to get by. And that's, I was never trailing all day in any match until that match. And
Yes.
3 shots, I left the back row. 7-10, solid 9, solid 8, and 3 shots.
Yeah, and
So,
you had your solid 9 was a beautiful shot.
Yeah.
That was wow.
so
That
but
was
it
wow.
happens.
You don't see that very often. So, there were 2 Bones bowling today in the finals. Do I dare say that the better one won? Maybe someday. We'll wait about
Maybe
30 or
someday.
40 years and see who's.
Yeah.
But your pop finished 3rd. I'm sure you know that already.
Yeah.
Let me go fix the camera that the young girl just
Yeah,
bumped.
somebody just didn't want the camera anymore.
No.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It
Of
happens.
course. Well, she was smart. She turned the camera more towards you and away from me.
I mean, I
Yeah.
would too. So I don't blame her.
Of course.
So
Of course. Of course. So you were just on TV this week too.
I was,
Yeah.
and I didn't 6'8" it today.
How was the experience?
It was cool. It was once in a lifetime experience. I would do it 1,000 times again. It's a dream of mine to compete on TV with my dad, and unfortunately we came up a little bit short, but it happens. Can't win them all.
No.
And,
That's true.
happens,
That's
so.
true. So I know I've asked you this, but since we have a lot of people here watching the interview, a lot more than what normally does, you are going where next year?
Going to Mount Mercy in Iowa.
Mount Mercy in Iowa, and you're going to be majoring in
Marketing.
marketing. He plans on marketing himself. Maybe he'll work for PBA someday.
I could partner with Justin in that.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool gig,
Yeah. What is your brother majoring in?
Filmmaking.
Filmmaking. Oh,
So
well. I see a partnership forming here with something.
maybe marketing, a little bit of filmmaking.
Yeah. Yeah. Might have to get my kid involved in that too with his production degree.
Photography.
Yeah,
Yeah.
photography and production. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yes. All right. Who do you want to thank?
Ooh, there's a few people on this list I gotta thank, Jason. First of all, everybody at the PJBT for putting on another outstanding event for us to bowl on these postseason weekends. First off, I gotta thank my mom for allowing me to come this weekend, and Dad, who's on the road nonstop in Vegas. I will see him tomorrow if he comes home, I think. Chris Forey and Buddy's Pro Shop, thank you for allowing me and giving me all the tools I need to come out here and compete. And well, today, it hurt the hand a little today, but without him, I couldn't have done it today. And I am bowling for providing me the best shirts on the market. They're comfortable, they're breathable. So go over to I Am Bowling, use code BBONE20 for 20% off. And Bunch of Bowling for allowing me to come out here and showcase their products and bring it home.
All right. And you graduate next weekend, is that right?
Indeed, I graduate Friday.
So, do you have a party next weekend, or are we going to see you at Best?
Maybe I'll have a party like on Sunday night, if I come
Yes,
bowl and,
yes.
fortunately, come away with another win.
Yeah.
I know
All
maybe.
right. So we'll wait with bated breath, sort of, kind of, to see if he walks in the door Saturday morning.
Nobody will know until about Saturday morning. So keep it a secret.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, taking home the title is, if you watched Rob Stone this week, this would be his now 12th. I think.
11.
I mean, Rob did say you had 11, and I'm pretty sure you had 11.
Do I have 11? I don't even
yeah.
know. I think I have. Wait, I think this is 12.
Yeah.
I think this is 12.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
This is number 5 on the season.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Congratulations.
thank you.
Mr. Brandon Bone, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
congratulations. So we'll let you out. I know before we leave, we got to get a picture of you at your poster, your master's poster. You get to take that home, but let's let Matt come in here quick and we'll wrap this up. They're clapping
Sorry.
for you, Matt.
All right. Well, that was a great Masters tournament this weekend. Thank you, everybody, all our 95 bowlers who came out this year, qualified, and purchased their way in. As fun as this weekend was, we're going to have even more fun next weekend. As we take over the Best tournament, we're going to keep the tradition going. For the first time, we'll be holding it at Leisure Lanes next weekend. Don't forget, Friday night, you can bowl in the Battle of the States Baker Trio event. That's open to anyone. You can use scholarship for all of these events if you would like to bowl in them. By coming Friday night, you can check in early for the main event on Saturday. We will have check-in at 7, and bowling will begin at 8 on Saturday for the main event. The $5,000 first place event, $1,000 guaranteed for the women, $1,000 guaranteed for the handicap division. And I want to thank Buddy's Pro Shop, who's sponsoring this year's event, putting $3,500 into the prize fund. So please do not miss this year's event. And then we'll have our second chance event on Sunday. If you don't make the finals of the tournament on Saturday, or even if you do make the finals the first round and get eliminated in the second round, we have 2 squads of the adult junior on Sunday. and that is combined with a little mini adult tournament in it. So lots of events going on. So make sure you sign up in advance or email Stacy to let us know you're coming to bowl. And we hope to see everybody next weekend at Leisure Lanes.
If they decide to bowl and want to sign up, how do they sign up?
Well, you can go to our website to pay if you have a balance for your credit. If not, you can email us if you're using scholarship money. You can email Stacy at our email address, and she'll put you on the list, and we'll just deduct it from your scholarship, and you can get into the event. So, yeah, don't miss out. It is one of the biggest events and best events of the year. That's why it's called Best.
And what's our website?
Again, PJBTBowlingSeries.com, and our information page on Facebook, PJBT Youth Information Page.
And if we got a bowler that's on the fence, how much is it to win?
$5,000.
$5,000.
A little over 3 times what Brandon just won.
That's a lot of moolah.
That is a lot of moolah,
Yes.
especially in today's world.
Yes.
So, all right. So we will see everybody next weekend at Leisure Lanes. We hope to see everybody out there for our last postseason event of the 2021-22 season.
All right. For all of us here at the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, we will see you next weekend at Best 2.0.
See ya.